Good morning everyone, and welcome to what is going to be an absolutely incredible day. And I am just so bloody excited. Today, you and I are going on a tour to Guatapé Rock. And also included in that is obviously Guatapé town and the reservoir surrounding this area. That will also include a boat trip on that reservoir. I cannot wait. If you have never heard of Guatapé Rock before, when we get there and when I show you it, I can almost guarantee that you have seen photos of it. So without further ado, I've got a 2-kilometer walk in front of me now. It has just gone, 6 a.m. in the morning. I have to be at the bus at 6:45 in the morning, and thank God that walk is all downhill through this beautiful leafy suburb of El Poblado. This is where my accommodation is. I have showed you this before and I absolutely bloody love it. Although this isn't the most ritzy area of El Poblado, it is still tree lined, it is still totally safe, and it is utterly beautiful. So let's get there. Let's do this 2 kilometers and let's start this day off. It is truly going to be one of the best days and one of the best videos that I have done so far on this entire trip. So let's get stuck into it. I'll see you at the first stop. Cheers. Alrighty guys, we have arrived at the first stop, which is breakfast. We are about an hour outside of Medellin now. The time has just gone 8:05. Perfect time for breakfast. It's going to be a traditional breakfast, which I'm really looking forward to seeing what that's like. But have a look at the restaurant that we get to stop at. It's a little country town. Not sure the name of it, but yeah, as I said, about an hour outside of Medellin, and absolutely beautiful. I might just go in and just have a quick look while we're here and while we're waiting for the food to come out. We've got a beautiful gift shop in here, all traditional purses and bags and wallets, etc. Little shop in here too. Yeah. Oh, I love this coat. Oh, how's those colours? They're Colombian flag colours. Amazing. Yeah, so awesome. Let's get stuck into this and see what we got in store for breakfast. And here it is. What do we have here? We have an empanada. I thought empanadas were Argentinian, but maybe they're Latin American in general, not sure. We've got an arepa that is very traditional Colombian, which is basically corn with, looks like cheese on top and scrambled egg, hot sauce of course, and I also have a sugarcane type drink. It's very traditional. Apparently they drink this from very early age to very old age. Morning, lunch and dinner. Oh my god, if you like sweet stuff, sweet drinks, sweet food, sweet anything, that is actually delicious. Oh, that's divine. I could drink a lot more of that. Absolutely delicious. Let's get into this empanada as well while we're here. Yeah. Basically, empanadas have got potato in them. They've also got other ingredients. Some have got meat, some have got potato, some have even got cheese. There's all different types of empanadas that you can get all over the world. And then you got the arepa and scrambled eggs. But I won't film myself eating that, because I have to move over to this table here. So I will film again at our next stop, which will be the Rock in Guatapé. Cheers guys.
not the first Peñol town. The first Peñol town was destroyed completely in 1979. An entire town where about 4,000 people used to live was destroyed. And why? What happened? Do you know what a reservoir is? Yeah. Well guys, the biggest and the most famous reservoir in Colombia was built in this region. And to complete this huge infrastructure project, the old Peñol town had to be destroyed. And about 4,000 people used to live there. What happened to them? They were relocated to a new settlement and a new town was built for those 4,000 people. Guys, you're looking at it. This is the new town or the second Peñol town, and now they have over 22,000 inhabitants. So the first town destroyed in 1979, 4,000 people, and now the new one with over 22,000 inhabitants. The distance between the first town and the second are just 2 kilometers. So in just about 5-7 minutes, I'll be showing you guys exactly where the original town used to be. A sculpture. The sculpture right there in the middle represents local farmers carrying tomato boxes on their shoulders. And why tomato? Well, most people here are farmers and they grow vegetables and fruit, but the main product that is exported from El Peñol are tomatoes. So they produce quite a lot of tomatoes to the whole. It's an upside down house. We only have 5 in the country, guys, and you're looking at one of them. The upside down house is a new one. And some people just come outside for a picture, but others actually buy the ticket and they go all the way in to explore to the rock, maybe letters, maybe numbers. Guys, is there something on the left side of it? What can you see? Okay, 61, 61. Okay, GI, so people say GI as well. So people say 69. No idea what they're thinking about.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have made it to the incredible rock of Guatapè. Check this monolith out. The 3rd biggest monolith in the world. Of course, Uluru in Australia is the biggest and the most impressive, but what lays before me right now is more impressive than what I originally thought it would be. It is absolutely incredible to look at. Now, I'm going to jump straight to the negative, and that is what surrounds us right now. It is tacky central. Why the hell did they build all of this crap right here in front of this beautiful site, this beautiful rock? I have no idea why they've done this, but they have ruined this area. Anyways, that is the negative side of things. They shouldn't have done this, they've done it, and there's no taking it back now. But have a look at what's in front of us right now. What is it? I think it's 740 steps to get to the top. Again, I was kind of against the stairs going up the rock, but the way they've done it is actually really awesome. I thought it was just some crappy metal stairs going up it, but the effort and the skill that they've put into building these stairs, it actually looks bloody awesome. Now what is it? I think it's about 300 meters tall, significantly shorter than Uluru in Australia, and obviously not as wide on the way around its circumference. Uluru is 10 kilometers. This one probably looks, I don't know, it's probably about 1 kilometer, I'd say, but it also goes 1 kilometer underground, they think. The reason I called it the Rock of Guatapè is because this rock is named 2 different things, and that is due to where it lays. They have districts in Colombia, and there's 2 districts fighting over this rock and who owns this rock. It officially sits in Guatapè, but Guatapè was built after the other two districts that are here also. So there is still a significant amount of people fighting over the ownership of this rock, to the point where on the other side of the rock you can see someone who thought they owned the rock had started writing numbers on the rock, and that was put a stop to by the government. But there is currently numbers, giant numbers on the rock. I think it's 61 that he has written on the rock because he wanted to claim ownership for his region. It's just an incredible history and really, really fascinating. But I'm going to start this climb now. Going to grab the tickets from here. It's 35,000 pesos, and then we're going to start the climb, which apparently takes about 20-25 minutes. So I don't think it'll take that long. I reckon it'll take about 15 minutes, and then yeah, I'll film on my way up. Alright, let's get into this. And the climb begins. Purchased a ticket with flawless Espanol, which was buenos dias, una por favor, which is good morning, I'll have one ticket please. And right, this might take longer than 15 minutes. This is steep. Already an awesome view, so don't be afraid to give up if you want to. But I'm going to continue on. And oh, they're counting the steps for us. Step number 100 already. Oh, I'm puffing already too. Let's go. Alright, coming up to the 300th step. Some of the steps are bloody narrow. Good for small feet. But look at the view already. Unreal. This is a good workout. We're getting there. Getting there. Okay, there we go. I might go this way first. Just a viewpoint this way. I thought we may have been finished, but there's more. Right, let's continue. They've also got an emergency room here. I almost need that, but not quite. We'll continue. Magical 400 mark. Not long to go. Oh, it's steep, so steep. 500. I'm about to die. Oh my god, the view is absolutely incredible. Alright, let's continue. We've got 200 more, also 600. Is that another 120 also to go? And we have made it. Obviously I've taken a little bit of a break so then you can actually understand me instead of just hearing me breathe. Admittedly, that was harder than what I thought looking at it from the bottom, but still only took me about 20 minutes. So doable by pretty much everyone. There's plenty of break spots on the way up. As you can see, the people looking around, all shapes and sizes, all kinds of footwear, from the children to the very old. Yeah, doable and totally, absolutely worth it. This right here is a man-made reservoir. This reservoir was created to produce electricity. So in its place, once upon a time, there was a town, a city. Now that city was obviously displaced upon creation of this reservoir, and they were relocated and built a new town that we went through earlier. So an absolutely amazing spectacle. How beautiful it looks. What a little islands. Looks like a archipelago lake. It's actually really beautiful. What a job they have done, and this provides so much electricity now for Colombia, to the point where they even export some of the electricity to the other neighbouring countries. That is how successful this has been. There is still some more stairs that I'm holding off on at the minute, just up to that tower, which I'll go up to in a tick. But I just want to talk about this area here, and this is where Uluru beats this place hands down. They do not need these shops, bars, etc. at the top of this rock. Imagine just being able to walk over this with a natural rock ground instead of concrete, instead of the bullshit shops and cafes here. Like, I don't understand why they have to do that. Toilets are fine, otherwise people are just going to go to the toilet anywhere, but yeah, I hate that, but absolutely love this. What an incredible view. Alright, perhaps it's time to feel some more pain and walk up the last few stairs of that tower there, so let's go. Jeez, look how tall this woman is. Her legs are taller than me. Alright guys, I shall see you. Oh, also I wanted to mention, I am not a fan of heights at all, but that staircase feels totally secure. You can barely see over the edge in some of the sections. It just feels extremely well made, so I had no issues with heights whatsoever coming up. We'll see what it's like on the way back down, but on the way up, zero issues, which was awesome. So let's tackle this little tower. Up we go. Up, up, up is the story of this rock. 708 steps completed without dying. Almost death, but not death. Always good. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, crowded up here.
Paraît, ouais, il paraît.
And there you go, at the top of the rock. I'm going to take a few photos now and start my descent. Cheers guys. In my now professional Guatapè rock climbing experience, this area down here is much better for views than up at the tower up there, due to there being more room, and you can see everything from here if you just walk around this area. Much better down here. So I know everyone will want to complete the full amount of stairs, but don't feel you have to go up there. You can stay down here and it's better. Oh, I can't get over this view. Must have been the old staircase there or something. The workers up here, they must have to climb up here every day. Good exercise, morning and afternoon. Oh, it looks like a helipad here as well. They have thought of everything. for emergencies. Alright, I'm gonna start my descent down now. I think I've seen all I need to see. Hope you enjoyed this little Guatapé Rock outing. We're now off to take a boat ride in this reservoir down here, so really looking forward to getting on a boat. Love a boat trip and check out the majesty of this incredible reservoir from the water. Alrighty, let's go. Thought I may as well film some of the descent. Be really good if right now I had small feet. Struggle town with big feet. Oh mate, they're so small. It's probably also worth mentioning that there mustn't be anything sacred about this rock. I know Uluru in Australia is extremely sacred, to the point where you're not allowed to climb on it anymore, up it or down it. Anyway, you're not even pretty much allowed to touch it. So I'm assuming this rock isn't like that. There's no indigenous linkages there that I have heard of, hence they have really commercialized it, unfortunately. But hey, if it means that I can climb up it and have that experience and the view from the top, then that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Anyways, let's continue on through this cave. I'm actually not noticing the height at all because you're constantly looking at where you step so you don't fall. Hence this sign right here. And you're going through a cave through a fair chunk of the way down. There's a different route on the way down. I'm sure we're going to go back outside in a minute, like right here. But yeah, how cool. 2 different ways, which is cool, as I just said. Not just going straight up and down the same trail. I wonder if this was the original one and they built the outside one on later on once this place became really popular. I don't know, I'm just guessing, as I usually do. How cool are some of those views on the way down? You got the staircase on the outside there that we climbed up on. Cafe just down there, or no, that's the lookout point. Let's stop that. And the car park. It looks like a pretty good looking hotel down there as well. Absolutely beautiful. Can you see what I mean by narrow stairs? Especially these ones just here. And something really interesting is, because I was so close to death climbing up, I didn't see anyone at all coming down. It's yeah. It's really interesting that I didn't say hello. How are you? I thought he was yelling at his kids. Oh god. Alright. He was a bit too happy for climbing up, I must say. Yeah, but look at this, eh? We're almost there. Let's continue. Oh wow, look at this section here. This is actually harder than going up. It's so awkward. Oh god. Oh, which way to go? Options. We have options. What go this way? These stairs are a lot easier. So here we are at the official bottom of Guatapé Rock. Mission accomplished. And true to form, I've totally eaten my words. I have brought a fridge magnet bottle opener from one of those shops here. So maybe they are useful for some things. Anyways, what an adventure, what a climb. That was absolutely unreal. Due to, for me, the staircase, and them building 2 staircases, one internal and one external, that to me blows my mind. The amount of work they put into this is absolutely massive. But the view from the top is unrivaled, it's unbeaten. It's one of the best views, well, in Colombia for sure. It's the best view in Colombia. and this is one of the major tourist attractions in Colombia as well. A marvel. And as I said, the reservoir surrounding this area, supplying electricity, good old green energy, you can't beat it. They had the foresight to do that, and now they're selling their electricity to other countries, which is exactly what Australia should be doing, instead of giving ours away for free. Anyways, is it as good as Uluru in Australia? Nowhere near. It doesn't have the feel about it. This whole area takes away from the feel of this rock, the vibe of this rock. As I said, I'm not sure if it has any traditional connections or if it's sacred or not. I'm about to ask my tour guide actually about that, but I'm assuming it doesn't. Otherwise, all this crap right here wouldn't be here. Anyways, what a really, really cool experience, and I recommend you all to come. Just one word of advice though, come in the morning. Colombia, any time of the year, is famous for rain in the afternoon, and I can see some very dark clouds there in the background, so I'm pretty sure it's not too far away from raining. So if you want to climb up there safely without slipping and without getting wet, other than sweat because it is quite humid, then come in the morning. Yeah, otherwise you're just going to have a ball when you're here. It's one of the best experiences that I've done traveling anywhere in the world. So Guatapé Rock, over and out, and off to a boat trip down the reservoir. Cheers guys. So I'm down the bottom now, obviously, of this massive rock. It is absolutely massive. And I saw in the distance, this over here, just weed my way through these motorbikes here. How's this trail on the side of the rock here? I can get a good view through the fence. What an adventure trail that is. I don't think you could pay me enough to do that. Although it's not very high, it probably should be about halfway up, I reckon. But how is that trail? Just like stepping stones with attached to a wire. Anyways, let's go back up to the theme park up here, and I shall end this video there. One more tip, sorry, as I look at it right now, get here early to also avoid the crowds. This place was not empty, but a lot less people than this about 45 minutes ago. So jump on the earliest tour you can to get here as early as you can to avoid so much crowd. Look at all the people climbing up the stairs right now. I'll try and zoom in, you might not be able to see them, but the stairway is pretty full right now. Kind of reminds me of the Everest Base Camp where they're all lining up at the top. So yeah, get here early to avoid the rain and the crowds. Cheers guys. Just one extra tip for you all. The buses will pick you up from down there. Make sure you walk up this road about 50 meters and have a look at this. An awesome view, not only of the incredible looking hotel down there, but the surrounding islands. A much more close-up look than the top of Guatapé Rock. If you can be bothered, if you've still got the energy, then walk up this hill. I thoroughly recommend it. And I think that's my bus right there. Perfect timing it is. Or you can, as you can see, they've got tuk-tuks here, so you can get tuk-tuks up and down from Guatapé town up to the rock here, which is obviously just there in the background. Or your bus will come and pick you up if you're a positive tour. But the buses are only allowed to park here for 5 minutes, so be on time to get back to your tour group, otherwise you'll be left here. Anyways, how's the whipper snipping on this slope here? No ropes, no safety, just going for a bit of a whippersnip. Unbelievable. Alright, better get on the bus. Cheers guys, that is the official ending of the Guatapé Rock. Cheers.
You can go to La Viña, an amazing coffee shop. If you guys want to buy coffee to take to your countries and to just sit down and drink it, La Viña is the best place, and they have an amazing balcony. Guys, the beers, all Colombian beers, craft beers also available when we get to Umbrella Street. And
welcome everyone to the town of Guatapé, the town of colour, which is self-evident and obvious behind me already. We are going to see so much colour as we walk around. and also the town of Zócalos. Now, Zócalos are really interesting between here and Mexico. In Mexico, they mean something totally different to what they mean here. In Mexico, Zócalos are the central historical area of a city or town. They usually have a main square, they usually have all the old buildings, and it's where all the locals and tourists go to have a look around and hang out. Zócalos here are totally different. And I'm going to show you a few of them as we walk around today. But first, I'll go this way actually. The Zócalos down here are awesome to see. We'll go past these food stalls here. Very vibrant, very Colombian. Again, selling coffee. Hello! The Zócalos are, see the bottom sections of all these buildings here? That is a Zócalo. I'll go down and I'll point it out just to make it obvious. So this area here, it is law in this town that every building must have a Zócalo on it. Now, Zócalos are important because they apparently all tell a story. Some are obvious, some not so much. But as you can see, all the buildings here that you can see have a Zócalo on it. It's not a square, it is the colourful portion, the colourful bottom portion on the buildings. Now, Guatapé is a small town. I think it's about 7,000 residents and a major tourist attraction. One of the most famous tourist places in Colombia. So let's go in here, firstly, into the cathedral and check it out. We'll get the least colourful building out of the way first. And let's go back out to some vibrancy and some colour. As you can see, all of the town is now or has been created by tourists. You've got what are they called? Tuk-tuks here on the right hand side. They now take you for a tour around the... Sorry, just picking this back up again. We have the tuk-tuks here on the right hand side. They're called something else here. I've forgotten the bloody name that the Colombians call these, but they basically take you on a 20-minute tour around the town for a set price. I think that's 20 or 30,000 pesos, I'm not too sure, but unless you're hard of walking, then this town is small and totally walkable, as you can see. Now let's just move on, have a good in-depth look into this town. It's an absolute bloody treat wherever you look. You have so many food and drink options, like endless. And we have an hour here. An hour just to look around because we're going to lunch elsewhere. But if you're staying here, you're gonna need probably a week to go through all these places and have some food and drinks. It's an unbelievable place. And look at the colour in the joint. Like, how vibrant. Usually this would come across as quite tacky, and I know, and you probably learned that I love the word tacky because I hate tackiness, but here it works. And here you have more Zócalos, obviously telling a story of, I think, farming, perhaps. Who knows? Only the owners of the building probably know the stories behind all these. But I love the idea, and I love how they've made it a law that every building has to have a Zócalo. Have a look at this place here. How well maintained is it? How well painted? Just a really, really beautiful sight. Oh, bloody love it. Love it so much. Right, let's go find some other colourful streets. Sorry, my apologies. I kind of glossed over this main square and didn't really give you guys a good view of it. I really wish this fountain was on because that would add something. Maybe it turns on at night time with some lighting. I don't know, but this is the main square. Cool to have in the center of a town. And I assume also that on weekends this would totally come alive. You've got a stage type setup right here. This would be buzzing on a weekend. Now, a photo of someone that is often glossed over in this town because it's quite hidden here in the corner is this guy here. He invented the Zocalo. He is the one that also made it law. So you can thank him for a lot of the colour. He's also got one on the side of the sign here. There's another Zocalo right there. He's the one that brought colour to this town. What an absolute bloody genius. Signage is great, of course, being a major tourist town. They have incorporated some great signage to find your way around. Not that you probably do need it here because it's so small, but yeah, signage is there if you need it. Alrighty, so we're about to enter one of the main streets in Guatapé. As you can see, all the tuk-tuks coming down here. All the Zocalos on the bottom of the buildings. Love how they've incorporated colour into absolutely everything. I don't think cars really need to come down here. They should stop doing that. But yeah, it's the only negative that I see about this town so far. Everything else is spot on. Got different food options. So there's it's famous for beer as well. They've got a good craft beer scene, a good chocolate making scene, being Colombia of course, and also a great coffee making scene. And we're going to turn right now into the most famous and also the most busy street in Guatapé. And for obvious reasons, everyone wants their photo here. Selfies everywhere. But then also you have to look to your right and your left at the delicious food on offer. You got pizza, good old Hawaiian pizza there, you can't beat it. But just really, really super busy that you're gonna struggle to get a photo without people in it. Even the clothing shops, look how colourful some of the things are. This is a total treat for your eyes, this place. You see these umbrellas in a lot of cities now around the world, and I think it's just such a great idea. It'd be quite cheap to do, super colourful, provides so much I reckon to obviously shade, but also bring some vibrancy and some colour to, I wouldn't be a dull place, it's definitely not dull, the colour is everywhere, but just, yeah, a really good, easy idea to implement for cities. I love this area here. How these Zocalos down the bottom here also have a story of farming on them, I assume. The horses are carrying maybe wheat, who knows, I don't know, I'm guessing. Have a look at it, like this place is up here. You couldn't fit more colour into that building. And you got the simple box buildings up the top there. Still, they would be super ugly if they weren't painted, but they've just slapped some colour on it and it looks spot on. Now I'm going to go up these stairs and see what we can find. More restaurants. Wow, forgot the chocolate shop down here. Let's go in the chocolate shop. One of my favourite shop in the world is chocolate shops. What do we got? Oh, you can smell the cocoa. The cocoa is so strong. I've never smelled cocoa so strong. Wow, that's not overwhelming, but geez, that was massively strong. We got a souvenir shop in here as well. So many people, so many tour groups, like the one I'm in today also. It's good, our tour guide, he walked us around the main parts and it's just let us go for an hour now, just to explore on our own. I'd hate to be on a walking tour that takes up your whole time, so yeah, it's awesome just to have some free time. I love this view, that is beautiful. Alright, let's continue on. More stairs. Zoccolos, Zoccolos. It's like a Pablo Escobar coat. And then you're up at the top street here. Beautiful. Wherever you look, it's just a bloody sight, isn't it? And then we have reached the famous fountain. I've forgotten the story behind this fountain. Can someone please remind me the story behind this fountain? But it is the famous fountain that you're supposed to find when you come to Guatapè. Oh wow, look at this painting. That is just beautiful with the parrots. Looks so real. Oh. The colours, it's just flawless. This makes me think of the rock that we just climbed, obviously, for obvious reasons, but I just want to talk about that very quickly while I walk up this street. Guatapé Rock is privatised. It has destroyed me a little bit. I asked a tour guide about that earlier with regards to does it have any sacred importance like Uluru does, and unfortunately no, it doesn't anymore. There's no indigenous people that exist in this area anymore, and it is owned by someone and totally privatised. So it is basically a money-making machine for someone that would be incredibly wealthy right now. So that is really disappointing to hear, while I am a little bit exhausted. So I'm going to go now down to the lake area and check that out. Apparently it's a lot quieter, a lot less tourists down there, so let's go check that out as well. I'm assuming it will be equally beautiful. But yeah, sorry to tell you about the rock and the privatisation about it. Yeah. Anyways, that's how the world goes, isn't it? The rich get rich, poor get poorer, but still it's a great place to go to, so don't let it put you off if you want a magnificent view of the Guatapé region. Let's just film a few of these shops as we walk around. It seems to be a little bit repetitive, but I'm sure you can find some gems in here that are unique to the other shops. But again, I'd love to see this place also on a weekend and see what happens.
Colombia typical food.
Typical food in Colombia?
Money exchange.
What is it?
Money exchange.
Arepas.
Y cannabis cookies.
What?
Money exchange.
Exchange. Money change. Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
No, okay. I thought you...
Tengo cannabis cookies.
Is this real?
Yes.
Marijuana?
Yes. Tengo restaurant
Oh my God.
service. Colombia
Okay.
typical food.
So you have money change and marijuana.
Yes.
What more could you want?
Es muy bueno.
Yeah?
Sí. Food, very good.
I know more than
Mexican food,
Yes, yes.
Colombian food,
Yes.
fat food,
Okay.
arepas,
Okay, I thought you said fat food and then you meant fast
fat
food.
food, fat food.
Yes.
Y
very
cannabis
good.
cookies, muy bueno.
I'll keep walking around and I might come back.
Come back, yes.
Yes?
Yes, yes.
Muchas gracias.
Con gusto, my friend.
Have a good day. I'll be back.
You're welcome. Yes, my pleasure.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.
Yes. Perfect. See you later. Just typical Latin Americans. Bloody happy people. I would say the happiest people in the world. Hence I keep on coming back. Right, we're back out. We're going out to the square now, so I might go back this way and find my way down to the lake, as I said, but I got sidetracked, obviously. Alrighty, let's go back down Umbrella Street. See what we can find on our second adventure down this street. I feel like a beer though. Seen people carry around a few beers. Might have a weed cookie and a beer. What a combo. Oh, no. This is the cinnamon roll place. Very famous cinnamon rolls, but I've had a lot of cinnamon rolls in my life and I don't think I need one now. Even the bloody flowers here are joining the show, the colourful show. Have a look how beautiful they are. And then you just got this over the road here. Police station or something there. Oh no, he's not a cop. Thought he might have been a cop. Right, I'm getting sidetracked again. Let's go down the avenue here to the right, down to the lake. Finally we get to the lake. I know I've probably been talking about it in the last 4 snippets of this video, but I just can't stop filming. And we have finally, as I said, we're going to arrive at the lake. As you can see, a hell of a lot of tour operators. Now, I also learned that you cannot swim in this lake except for one small area. They have outlawed it because they think it's too dangerous. It's cold, it's deep, and they basically don't trust people. It's really interesting in these kind of countries. They are not cautious with some things and then over the top cautious with other things. Whereas in Australia, they're cautious with everything. But yeah, the things that are outlawed in these countries are really quite interesting because swimming in this lake in certain regions would be pretty damn good. Especially on hot days. It would get bloody hot here. I could even swim right now. It's probably nudging about 25. The humidity is quite high. It would be absolutely beautiful to swim in parts of this lake, but not allowed except for one little small area that is not here, unfortunately. Now I've just walked from over there to this area here. Just wanted to have a look at this hotel here. Again, just beautiful. But also, so is this. This view from this point is also beautiful. I love this sculpture here. Not sure why he's windsurfing on top of the wave. That's interesting. Nor is there any waves in this region. There's no ocean nearby here at all. What an interesting sculpture. I wonder if it's got a description as to why he's on top of the wave and why there's even a wave here. It's a reservoir, not the ocean, not the beach. Yeah, interesting, but no sign to describe it. Maybe they realise that it's a little bit silly. Look at these flowers here. They look like callistemon bottle brush flowers, but they're not. Or perhaps they are from the callistemon family. Oh, they're fruits. I wonder what they are. Oh, they look like raspberries or something, but oh god, I so don't know my plants in this region. In the tropics, that's why I struggled in Darwin with the plants. Tropical plants do my head in a little bit. Anyways, let's go back. I'm gonna go back on my word yet again and get a cinnamon scroll because I'm hungry and I'm not sure how far lunch is away, and I like sweet, unhealthy food, so let's go grab one, find out where. I think there's a few places they sell them here, so let's go and find out one of the closest ones. Not sure if I mentioned or not, but by buildings having zoccolos on it, that means houses, restaurants, hotels, every single type of building has to have a zoccolo on it. So as we've been driving through the mountainous area and through little towns and whatnot, and coming into Guatapé, I'm hoping that on the video it comes out with the houses and the zoccolos on it. We're going quite fast, but look out for the zoccolos on the houses as we drive past. Obviously there's no houses in Guatapé town centre here. It's all restaurants and hotels and bars, etc. But yeah, also houses have to have zoccolos on them. It's just it's just so unique, and it's something that you won't see anywhere else in the world. It's really, really cool. I love these ones here with the trucks on them. But again, you also have to try not to get distracted and also look up at the beauty above. I love the tiled roofs, but look at this zoccolo here. It tells a story of the past, of perhaps how Guatapé used to be before the reservoir. It used to be obviously just a river. That's how they make reservoirs, isn't it? By blocking up a river and the region filling up. Oh, that's cool. This is what I was saying. I hate how all the shops and stuff were built around the Guatapé Rock. This is how it probably used to look like before people moved in with their buildings. And tourism. Exhibit A right here. Right, I'm going to get a cinnamon roll from here, I think. So these are the cinnamon rolls that you can choose from here. You've got the classic one, it's like almonds, chocolate, fruit one, Oreos, more chocolate, oh, brownie Nutella. Right, I'm getting a brownie Nutella one. Let's go, let's do this. So it's from this to this incredible creation here. Let's go get into this. Oh my God. So the famous cinnamon roll of Guatapé. Not disappointed that I got one of these. It looks absolutely divine. I know they gave me a fork, but I really just want to eat it with my hands. Let's see how we go. This is going to be pretty messy, I reckon, but stuck. We'll give it a crack. Alrighty. Oh my God, let's get into this. Oh, phenomenal. Can't even talk. Where's my serviette? There it is. Phenomenal. I noticed in one of my other food videos that I did, I had a crumb on my lip the whole time. So I'm making sure I don't have crumbs anymore. But that is just pure indulgence. And I spat on the bloody screen. What a disaster this is. I am no good at food videos. But I'm going to take another bite. You can all watch me take another bite of this absolute indulgence. I'm not sure if there's anything better in the world. That is God's creation. That is exceptional. The cinnamon bun is still warm as well. So it was on a bain-marie. When I lifted the lid to see those other ones, the steam came out. It was quite warm. So absolutely perfect, fresh, delicious. Oh my God, I'm in dreamland. Right, I'm gonna go finish this. Have a look at that. That is the remains of deliciousness gone in the matter of 2 minutes. Oh well, let's go have lunch now. That was one of the best entrees that I've ever had for or before a meal. So let's go and find out what we are having for lunch. I hope it's traditional Colombian. I'm hoping it's a big slab of meat and perhaps some veggies on the side. We'll see. but let's go and check it out. But cinnamon rolls, stoked I got one. Get one when you're in Guatapé. You'll thank me later. And have a look at this absolute joy of a street here. A lot quieter here, I like it. There's a shoe shop there, leather goods in general. This is beautiful. The Zoccolos here, really prominent ones. Another one with a Guatapé Rock in the background and from the older farming days. This one's just colour, means something, but I don't know. Love these shade structures though with the... But although they're fake flowers, they look really good. Really, really colourful. Yep, bloody love it. Absolutely fantastic. That ends my little foray into Guatapé town. We are now off to lunch, I believe, and then we're going to go on a boat trip in the reservoir. So I hope you love Guatapé town. If you're in the region, once again I'll say come here, or even if you're in Latin America, come here. It is incredible. Cheers guys. Lunchtime has arrived at yet another small roadside restaurant, but looks like it has an incredible view on the other side here. So let's check it out quickly. Beautiful view, beautiful. Now let's see what's in store for lunch. Is it in store? Store for lunch, not stall. Right. Oh, look at that house down there with the pool. Beautiful village. Absolutely beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, lunch is served and it looks a hell of a lot better than breakfast. What have we got? We have got some braised beef, traditional Colombian braised beef, some beans, some salad, hard-boiled egg, some rice, and it looks like a little arepa on top, and that looks like a banana to me, and some juice. This looks absolutely delicious. I'm not going to film myself eating this, so don't worry, but yeah, this is very, very Colombian. If you go to any food court or any Colombian restaurant, this is going to be on the menu. Typical Colombian, beautiful, delicious food. Let's get into it. That lunch was absolutely delicious. So fresh, so flavorful. The meat was so tender. Oh, yum. So much better than breakfast. And then I thought, nah, I get bored sitting at tables for too long and doing nothing, so I thought I'd just come for a walk and see what's down these stairs right here. And you've got this little secret area. An extension to the restaurant that is the best part of this restaurant. Why didn't we eat down here? It's easily the best. Look at the bench seats here, so many more, and the view, absolutely spectacular. I love Colombian countryside. It is beautiful, so lush, so green. Thank you to the tropical nature of Colombia. The plant life is just out of control. Look at these houses up here. What a beautiful, quiet place to live. This one with the pool down here. That would be amazing to swim in that. Have a few beers under that umbrella down there and just look at the countryside surrounding. What a beautiful, beautiful area. Now, I haven't really mentioned this tour that I'm on today or discussed it at all. It's a all-day, obviously, group tour, and it cost me $50. I think it was 50 or 55 Australian dollars for an all-day tour. Breakfast and lunch provided. Entry fee you had to pay yourself to climb up the rock, but you don't have to climb up the rock if you don't want to. We've also got a boat cruise to go to now. I cannot think of a better value tour that I've been on, well, maybe anywhere in the world. It is simply great value. It's a little bit cheaper at the moment. I don't think it's peak tourist season at the moment, so they made it a little bit cheaper on Get Your Guide. But even if it was $60, $70, I think it'd be worth it. The tour guide has been top notch as well, telling us all different sorts of information. And also, I'm the only Aussie on the whole bus. There's about 45 people on the bus, are only Aussie. So where the bloody hell are the other Australians? Where are you all? Colombia is unbelievable. Please stop listening to the media about Latin America. It is safe, and it is, and I hope I've showed you, one of the best travel destinations on earth. So where the hell are the rest of the Aussies in this incredible country? Where are you all? Answer me, come on. Comment below. Anyways, I better get back up and be social, I guess. And yeah, off to the boat tour we go, around that incredible lake / reservoir, whatever you want to call it. That's where we're headed. Let's go.
Beers, anything you like, and you can just go into the boat. Okay, so you have two places where you can buy drinks and snacks. A few weeks ago, a lady went way ahead of the group. She took the wrong boat and she ended up at San Rafael, which is a nice place, but there is nothing to do there. So if you guys want to make it back today to Medellin, please make sure you follow me too.
So we have arrived at the boat tour part of the tour. I don't know what stop this is in the tour. I don't know if it's the last stop or what. There are so many stops in this tour. It has been absolutely incredible, and I'm sure that this boat tour is going to be equally as incredible as the rest of the day. The sun is shining, perfect timing, a little bit of a breeze. Some people might find it a little bit chilly, but for me, I'm in shorts and t-shirt and it is absolutely divine. The sky here. Have a look at that house up there on the hill. Absolutely bloody incredible. Looks like a decent boat. Plenty of room on it. Orion is our chariot for this afternoon. Let's see where we're going to sit. This will do. Very nice. Beautiful, perfect location. Let's do this. What a beautiful day to be out on the water. Look at the sides. Good old Colombian flag. Absolutely bloody beautiful. What a day. What a day. I'm not sure if we're going to come back this way or not, but you can see a cross in the middle of the lake just there. That is where the original church used to be prior to the reservoir being here. So just a symbol of where the church used to be. Now that church, they did want to, I guess, fill up the water around the church and make it an underwater church, per se, but it was blown up due to an argument between two people. It was the manager of the church and someone else. They had an argument, and that someone else blew up the church, so that argument didn't exist anymore. Also, you've got some incredible houses up on these hills here. All of these houses surrounding used to be owned by drug dealers in the 80s and 90s. Now they are all owned by rich people from Medellin. Now, most of them aren't lived in, most of them are now Airbnbs. So, an absolute incredible history surrounding this area and the far reaches of the drug trade in this country. But also, in a separate video I did yesterday of Comuna 13, you can see that the drug trade is slowly diminishing in Colombia. They are slowly getting on top of it. Look, they're a long way away admittedly, but they are winning the war in some areas, which is awesome to see. But just what a day out. Absolutely beautiful. Have a look at this joint on the point here. What I would pay to live there. What an incredible location to live. You've got a view right up the reservoir in both directions. So exclusive. I can see why the drug dealers chose this place, and also now the rich people to have their houses. Absolutely bloody incredible. What a location this is. What a location. Check out these little Airbnb shacks up here on the hill there. Just beautiful. Everything around here is just so beautiful. And then we have this on the right hand side. I think I'm going to hear a story about this in a tick, so I'll listen in and I'll get back to you guys with regards to what these are all about. So right here we've got a spectacular view of Guatapé Rock in the background. Not sure if you could be able to see that or not, but also these spectacular residences right here. The owners of these are soccer players in the Colombian national team, of course. Absolutely incredible. There's about 3 houses there. The biggest black one is owned by the ex-wife, I believe, of one of the players, and the 2 smaller houses are owned by 2 separate players of the Colombian national soccer team. Absolutely bloody incredible. Now, from what I can tell, a lot of these houses are you can only get to them by boat, because a lot of these places are islands. So, which is, again, is awesome. Like this one right here in front of us. Imagine living here, look at the landscaping, how peaceful it would be after all the tour boats and all the other boats go back to dock at night time. It would be so peaceful, so secluded, so utterly brilliant to live in a location like this. Can completely understand why the rich people have taken up residence. Unbelievable. This house right here was owned by the one and only Pablo Escobar. I had no idea this was here yet again, but how absolutely incredible to see the house of someone that is easily the most famous person coming out of Colombia for crime, which is equally fascinating. Like, being this close to it is absolutely bloody incredible. And you can see that it's in ruins. It has been left in ruins on purpose. It was bombed back in the day, and I think it being left in ruins, this is my own take on it, it is a big middle finger to anyone else that wants to do drugs and try and become rich from drugs. This is what happens to you and your house if you get found to do crime in this country. Your house will be bombed, and it will not be repaired. They could quite easily make this into a mega tourist attraction, but they haven't. They left it in ruins, and I bloody love that. It's really, really quite incredible to be here. Also, you can see exactly why Pablo built his house right here. Have a look at the surrounding area. Absolutely staggeringly beautiful. Imagine these houses right here. I'm not sure if they were built before or after Pablo Escobar, but not knowing that you're living next to the biggest drug kingpin in the world. There's houses up on the hill here as well. They look a little bit older, but was this Pablo Escobar's house here first before these guys? I don't know, but fascinating all the same. Absolutely fascinating. So we're just coming to the end of the boat trip now. It was a short, what was it, probably 30-minute boat trip up the reservoir to the soccer players' houses and past Pablo Escobar's house, and now past this joint right here, but it looks like its own, I don't think it's a winery, it's definitely, I don't know what it is. Corn? Looks like corn. But why would they have such structures for corn? Anyways, beautiful houses all along, boats are everywhere, but the reservoir is massive, so it doesn't seem overly crowded. My God, look at that house up there. Imagine mowing that. Obviously they'd have gardeners, but yeah, I'm assuming that's all whippersnipped. Wow. What an awesome place to live. Bloody brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Have loved today so much. I'm not sure if it's the last stop or not, as I said, so we shall find out. So there was one more stop, and this stop is feeding llamas. Look, in all honesty, they can probably ditch this part of the tour. Extremely tacky, extremely not necessary, but as you can see, people that have not seen many animals in their life before, that generally live in cities, love it. So why not? Is it llamas or alpacas, the ones that spit? It must be alpacas. I'm not sure, but look at this guy. I guess it's a little bit of fun, isn't it? At the end of a big day, learning about Colombia, why not just have a bit of a laugh? And surrounding this area, you've got huge restaurants, absolutely massive. Look at this joint. This would fit about 15 busloads of people in it. My God, that is massive. And then also you got souvenir shops surrounding, as you can see. So, yep, last stop for the day. Tacky as hell, but a fun, I guess, activity to end the day. Right, that is me done for this tour. Absolutely incredible day, and I cannot overstate that anymore. It is an absolutely worthwhile tour to do. As I said, 50, 55 Australian dollars, super cheap. Got so much done. We got fed. It is an outstanding day. So if you want to know which tour I did, get in touch with me and I'll let you know which company I went with. I don't know it off the top of my head now, so I'll get back to you guys if you want to know what it is, but an outstanding day and totally worth the price. Colombia is unreal. This part of Colombia, Medellin and Guatapé, is absolutely phenomenal. So come here, guys. You won't regret it, and you can thank me later. All right, I'm signing out for today. Cheers. Bye.